All right, so we're going to go over your 1.5 homework. If you guys have questions that you couldn't find, you should probably not use that because it's not helpful to your learning experience. All right, 1.5 was graph coloring. Do you guys have any questions on the vocabulary stuff? Questions 1 through 5, either in person or at home. Put it in the chat if you want me to go answer one of these questions. 1 through 5, you couldn't figure out an answer. Anybody?
At this time, all students should be in their second period classroom.
Anybody at home? Questions 1 through 5? Are you guys good? Okay. Destiny says no. You guys good here? All right. What about 6 and 7? Were you having any trouble answering? Okay. Number 5. Number 5 says explain what chromatic number means. This is a definition directly from the slides that we did on what's today, Friday? So we did on Wednesday. What is chromatic number? Chromatic number is the minimum number of colors that you need to color a map or a graph. It's a minimum number of colors that you need. So, well, it's the least amount of colors that you need to color the graph. What's the most you'll ever need to color any graph? 4. Okay, 4 is the most that you'll ever need. Okay. So if you now that you know what 5 is, you should be able to answer a question like 6 or 7. Question number 6, or both of them say find a chromatic number. So I can color these using different colors, but let's try to use it in the least amount of colors. Obviously, I could use 6 different colors if I wanted to, but I don't want to use 6 different colors. If this one is blue, then the ones that are directly touching it cannot be blue, but the next one could be, and then this one also could be blue, right? Which means the other 3 vertices could be red because they don't touch each other with an edge. So what's the chromatic number of this graph? 2, because I used 2 colors. There are 6 vertices on here, so keep that in the back of your mind. On number 7, I could do something similar. I can do every other one here, and that could be red, but then I can't do either one of these red, so I have to use a second color. I could color that blue, I could color this blue, I could color this blue, but I cannot color that one blue or red because it touches either one of them. So it would actually have to be a third color right there, meaning that this graph has a chromatic number of 3. What was the difference between these 2 graphs? Why did this one was only able to use 2 colors, but this one had to use 3 colors? Yeah, because this one had an even number of vertices. This one had an odd number of vertices. You ever heard that term odd person out or odd man out, right? That's kind of like what's happening here. We had an odd number of vertices in a shape of a polygon, and that odd one ended up being a third color. If I drew a graph in this shape and it had 8 vertices, do you think I can go back to using 2 colors? Yeah, we can. So if it had an even number of vertices in this shape, it can use 2 colors. If it has an odd number of vertices in a shape of a polygon, it has to use 3 colors. That odd one out has to be a third color. That's actually the answer to question number 8. If you didn't understand that question, I was trying to get you guys to see a pattern. So if you want to put in an answer to number 8, the pattern is that if it's shaped in a polygon and it has an even number of vertices, it can be used in 2 colors. Okay, it can be colored in 2 colors. So that's the question in number 8. If the graph is in the shape of a polygon and it has an even number of vertices, it can be colored in 2 colors. So that's the answer to question number 8. Let's talk about 9 really quick. Luis, did you get the answer to number 9 already? You got 2 colors. Jacqueline, did you get the answer to number 9? How many colors did you use? 2. Aiden, did you get the answer to number 9? Not yet. So we got anybody at home get an answer to number 9 besides? I don't know if you heard them or not. What did you guys come up with number 9? Anything? So a couple people were able to color this one in 2 colors. What did you get, Destiny? Did you get 2 as well? Good. Yeah, if I color this one red, well, if I color this one red, I can color this one red, and then I could color this one red because they don't connect to each other with an edge. Which means I can color this one blue, I could color this one blue, I could color this one blue, I could color this one blue. So yeah, the chromatic number to this graph is 2. And what kind of graph do I have here? What kind of graph is this called? This is a tree. And looking at question number 10, do you think if I continued creating a tree and just branching it out, could I continue to still color this in 2 colors? Yeah. It doesn't matter how big I make this, as long as it's a tree with no cycles, I could continue coloring it with 2 colors. That's the answer to number 10. Yes, all trees can be colored in 2 colors. They can be. And watch this. The moment that I close off and create a cycle, especially with 3 edges, if I were to create a cycle right here, I have to use a third color because this one cannot be can't be red, and this one could not be blue either. So if it's a tree, it can be colored in 2 colors. If it's not a tree, it can't be colored in 2 colors. Okay, it's going to have to be colored in a third one. So all trees can be colored in 2 colors. So that's the answer to number 10. All right, I'm going to skip that, and then I will do one question on the back. One question on the back. If you guys have, want me to do one of them, pick one for me to do. I say back, I mean page 3. Anybody at home want me to do a question on page 3? 16. All right. 16. What kind of graph is 17? It's a tree. Yeah, every other one could be a different color. Okay, but I'll do 16. So number 16. Here's how the way I approach these problems. I start like at the top with one color. That's blue. This one can't be 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 blue, right? But the 3 of these could be. But be careful. I want to try to do as many as I can in that same color. If I color this one blue, neither one of these could be blue either. But I could color both of these blue if I wanted to. So that's what I want to try to do is I want to try to color as many as I can with that same color before moving on to a different color. If that one is, I can color this one red. What else could I color red? The middle one and the other bottom one, yeah. Can these last 2 be colored the same color? Yeah, they could. This one could be green. This one could be green. I did it in the least amount of colors possible. So the chromatic number is 3. You're trying to do it in the least amount of colors possible. Every answer on this page 3 is going to be one of 3 different answers. What are the 3 different answers? No. 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. The only time it's going to be 1 is if there was a vertex by itself. The only time, right? So every answer is going to be either 2, 3, or 4 on this back page. All right. You guys, anybody else at home want me to do or need a question about anything else from this homework? You guys have until 5 p.m. to turn it in, so it doesn't need to be turned in now. Last call before I move on. $14. So somebody asked for 14. So let me pull this back up. Number 14. This one's probably the trickiest one on there. What did you guys come up with on number 14? 3? You did it in 3? Okay, tell me what color you used for this. Oh, you just did it in your head? Okay. Jack, what did you come up with? You came up with 3? What color did you use for this one right here? Orange? Okay, I'm going to do red because I don't have an orange color. What other one did you do, orange or red? This one right here? Okay, and what else? This one in the middle, right? And then that's the only ones that can be that color, right? Okay. And then what about this color? Okay, I'm gonna use green because that's what I have. What else did you color that same one? This one right here? And what else? Th- this one right here? Okay. And then those two can't be. And then I'm gonna do this one blue. What else did you do blue? Or that same color? It could be either one of those, right? But that one can't be the same one either, right? You're gonna have to use a fourth color for that one because that triangle is gonna automatically require 3 colors for sure. There is no way to do this one in 3 colors, so the answer is 4. And we know that we don't ever need more than 4, so for sure. So that would be the answer to number 14. Hey, are you guys able to see that pretty well on your screen at home? Why not you, Sonny? Are you on a phone? If you're on a computer, it should come up pretty easily. You can also make my video. You can pin my video so it's a little bit bigger in your screen. Okay, so here's you guys can have some time to finish this if you didn't finish it and submit it. If you're here in class, you can just show me your journal in just a minute. All right, everybody put everything down for just a moment and let's talk about the test. Okay, let's talk about the test, guys. So your first test is a week from yesterday. You guys will take the test. You guys will be the first class to take the test. The test, if I stop sharing the screen, it'll be better. Well, if I stop, oh, I guess you guys know that you can make your screen smaller at home, right? Like the shared part, you can make it real small. Change the settings up in the top right, like the view. If you click that, it'll make that you can click that smaller, and you can pin my video to make that the big video that you see. But I get it. I understand what you got, where you guys are coming from. Okay, so let me talk about the test. So a week from yesterday, so next Thursday, you guys will be the first class to take the test. It is going to be, you guys have to be here in order to take the test. If you guys are online at home, you guys have to be logged in with your cameras on in order to take the test. All right. I sent a calendar invite for everybody in Schoology that shows the test. If you're not going to be online or you're not going to be in class, you need to prearrange that with me ahead of time and let me know when you're going to take it so that we can keep the test vigilant in terms of, hey, it's not fair. Those people are in school or those people are at home, might be looking at notes or might be, trying to get answers from somewhere. We need to keep this consistent with everybody. There is a test review that is on Google or Schoology right now for you guys to do. I want to point a few things out to you. First, you guys can use this. I really wish you guys would look up here for just a second. Braylon, Aiden, you guys. First, you guys, this is something that you can use to replace your lowest daily grade. There's been a lot of missing grades in the grade book right now, and more than a couple dozen people didn't do the quiz. And then some of them did it so fast that they just tried to do it in before the deadline that they got 20s and 30s. Okay, so if you want to replace your lowest grade, complete this test review. Not only will it prepare you for the test, but it's also going to help you with some of your missing grades. Okay, so that's one thing. Second thing is if you don't complete the test review, this is my rule always, and this is in the syllabus, that you're not eligible for a retest. If you're not even going to try to study, why would I waste my time reteaching you and trying to building a retest for you guys to do that? So you don't turn this in, you don't get a retest. Okay, simple as that. You don't turn this in, you get a 30 on the test, 30 stays in the grade book. There's 21 questions, I think, just like 50 Cent said. And y'all know what song that is, right? Okay. There's 21 questions. You guys can put it in your journal. I would suggest you put it in your journal. If you're at home, you can write them, but some of them are drawing, so it's going to be a little difficult to do that. Destin, to answer your question in just a second. And so here, this is it. So you guys have plenty of time between now and next Thursday to work on your test review, work on any missing assignments. There's no more new stuff. There's no more new material. Okay, this is it. You got to ask me for help if you need help. If you haven't turned in your project yet, you better get that done because that's going to be a 0 in the gradebook really, really soon. Check your portal. I posted everything up through the quiz up in the portal. Okay, 1.4, 1.5 will go in this weekend. Okay, so those will go in 1.4, 1.5, and the project will go in this weekend, probably by Monday. By Monday.